What's going on, guys? Welcome to Test This Tech. Got a quick video here for you. This is the Limelight 512 hypercardioid dynamic microphone. I recently just got this. This is on sale on B&H for 30 bucks, which is crazy. These used to be like $200, $149, $180. B&H is the cheapest price I've seen as of recently. I bought two of these just because I used to have this, and I think when I had it, I paid like 80 bucks. And it was decent. I did some mod stuff to it. I ruined it, and I was like, dang it. So couldn't use it. But I kept watching videos on reviews of this, and the quality of the mic is pretty good. Like, pretty good for the price. There are some flaws in this mic, but for $30, I think it's a steal. I think it's giving you a really nice sound. And if you can have the proper accessories to kind of cope with this, I think you can have a pretty decent microphone for a third, fourth person, or just for a podcast that you're trying to do and not spend a whole lot of money. You know, have a small budget, get a really nice sound out of this. So in the box, it comes with a little pouch. You do have the mount for the microphone as well. Does not come with a windscreen. This is my personal windscreen here. And it doesn't come with this shock mount. This is my personal shock mount. I just prefer to use this in general to slide on the mic, to slide off of it, because the attachment for, on the boom arm is kind of hard to slip on. The rubber, it's very tight where you really have to kind of turn it into it. So I prefer just a shock mount, loosen it, put it in there, tightens, easy peasy. So really easy as far as, when it comes to audio setup here. But yeah, it comes with the bag, comes with the attachment on the microphone. That's it. So, but yeah, this is a hypercardioid polar pattern. This does have a bass cut on here, but I've heard people say that they've had weird issues with the mic when it is selected for the high pass filter. I just like using the flat mode on this. I feel like if I want to do a high pass filter, I can do that in post. So I never really adjust it on the physical microphones. That's all microphones in general. So, but yeah, I'm very curious about 512, or intrigued. Their Tempest microphone is very good. Their boom arms aren't bad. These are 512 boom arms. They're 19 bucks each, and I think they're pretty solid. They're better than like a newer boom arm. They're very quiet. They have the attachments that you would need to attach a microphone, pretty much of most calibers, when it comes to the adapters and whatnot. And I think you can get a really nice sound out of this mic for not a whole lot of money. So the bad things. Let's talk about the bad things. So to me, the biggest issue with the microphone is the material that it's made out of, as far as the casing of the mic itself. So this is like a very cheap kind of resonant metal. So that's probably going to catch into the recording. So it's a very cheap metal. It's not one of those mics like the 7B where you can talk in the podcast and move it around, adjust it, and talk. You're going to get a lot of noise into the recording. While this is a hypercardioid, capsule for the microphone, it still picks up a significant amount of bumps and whatnot. Tapping on the desk. You're going to hear this stuff. So it's kind of a give and take situation on this. The gain is driven pretty high on this microphone too. It does require a lot of gain. So it's kind of like a catch-22. Requires a lot of gain, but it's going to catch a lot of things within the, with a lot of tapping and stuff within the recording. What do you want to do? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? So fortunately, it's not like an SM7B where it requires a lot of gain, but it is still a darker microphone because of how it's designed and all that stuff. Obviously, it's $400 for that, or $450 if you get the DB version, or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, I still think this is a solid microphone. I think this is a good microphone for almost any voice, just because it does have a certain frequency where you're getting a clear sound. You're not getting like a specific warm, crispy type of tone to it. You're getting a clear sound. You're getting a quality sound. And that's really the biggest thing. You want a quality sound, obviously, for your podcast. Even if your video isn't super clean, if you have really nice quality, some people will forgive it. I would say audio is more important. I mean, obviously you want video to be pretty good. You don't want it to be like awful, but audio is going to be the key component. So I say yes on this. I think it sounds pretty good here. Again, on B&H, And shout out to B&H. I think their service is great. I got this microphone very quickly. I'm doing a podcast for artists like us on Saturday. So yeah, I think this is a solid mic. 30 bucks right now. So I think this might be the last day of the recording. But get it while it's cheap. I think it's an absolute steal. 512 audio, Limelight.